Okay, YouTube, this is going to be a video on not much of really anything, but I couldn't sleep and I thought I'd make a video and give my opinion on some stories and some things happening in the world, and that's what I'm going to do. So let's start this out with something a little bit more lighthearted. A television show, WWE Raw. So I want to say, first of all, I want to start this off by not being too negative or so negative, and I'm going to put Raw over slightly, and I'm going to say that for the first Raw without Heyman, who I'm sure is one of the things holding that creative process together, they were not that bad. Though, then again, you have to keep in mind when Russo left Raw to go, or left WWE to go to WCW, he said himself he wrote it out a week in advance. So you have to wonder, is this perhaps Heyman's last show that he wrote? So did Heyman write this out a week in advance, and is this really WWE's current writing team, or was this Heyman's work? Either way, I thought this was a pretty good Raw. And once again, there goes a person who tunes in for a second for some reason. I never understand why this happens, but whatever. Okay. I like the Orton. I'm gonna put it over by saying I like the Orton, Flower, Ric Flair, Christian segment. I thought that was new, different. I didn't see it coming. I did not know, by the way, also that Orton and Edge was still feuding. I mean, they've been doing it for a while now. I know that their first match was at Mania, and that's going back to about 3 or 4 months ago. So they've literally been feuding since about January. So yeah, they might want to kind of, I don't know, end this at some point, but I will say this was a good segment. I like the Ric Flair or the Flair heel turn with a low blow. I liked them turning Ric Flair to heel, and I liked just the combination of the big names, especially Orton, who, by the way, is still pretty young. I know he's younger than Lesnar. He's younger than Lesnar, and he's younger than Christian, for that matter, in this case. And I don't know how much younger. I know Christian came in the late 90s as a vampire. They debuted him as a vampire. I would really like to see a vampire character. Well, I guess there is Aleister Black. But the point is, he was probably older than Orton when he debuted, and he debuted several years before Orton debuted. So Orton's still pretty young, and I like seeing him. And a lot of star power, big names. And I thought overall, I thought it was a pretty good event. And I guess I'll leave it there. I really liked this. I don't know why necessarily, but I just thought it was a good way to start a show. Or I don't think it started the show, but it was a good segment. The other thing I want to say is I liked Lashley dumping Lana. I guess Lashley's supposed to be the heel, but I honestly don't blame him. She is the least loyal person on the earth. She has no loyalty whatsoever. I mean, she has literally dumped, and that's going to be laughable, by the way, when you know Rusev is going to end up back with her, in part because creative probably has nothing else for either one of them. Well, great. So basically, okay. Anyway, basically, so let's go over this, by the way, in case you think I'm being an asshole here. She has literally, in the last few years, and she's been married to Rusev for part of the way, been with 3 different people and dumped Rusev 3 different times, counting Lashley. And it seems like there was someone else, but I'm going to say 3. One was Ziggler, and at that time, they wanted to book Rusev to be the bad guy. And I never did understand that. But she was banging Ziggler. Okay, she gets back with Rusev. Then she bangs Enzo, or I guess that was kind of their way of setting him up, but still, she basically banged Enzo. Then, now Lashley. And this time, she literally got a divorce from Rusev to get with Lashley. Now, Lashley actually had the common sense to dump her in this case, and I don't blame him. Now, Rusev is going to come back to her, and I'm sorry to tell you this, bro, but I don't think this chick cares as much about you as you might have thought she did. Just a suggestion, just an ideal. But you do you. Anyways, I like that. I thought Lazuli was smart here. He should have dumped her. And again, I don't know, people, but whatever. Continuing this, I'm shit, what was I going to talk about? I have to think about. You know what? I'm going to come back because I forgot what the hell I was going to talk about. Rank and make the other fucking video because I'm an idiot. So yeah, this is the thing I do. Fuck everything up. So.